that's why our math is where it is today. And I did hear that, and we did rank pretty good in the state. As far as the reading goes, you got to get some of them interested in reading that wants to read, and to get them going. I'd say just keep working with them, and I know that Greenback, they did have some people coming in for reading to get a kid to read. Maybe set some goals. You do this much, you know, you get something. You know, I don't know what else to do. You know, actually, to sit there and see what it all is. But there has to be something to improve it. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Walker. By the way, we're not related. Mr. Walker.
Well, I think that's a very good question. It's something certainly that has been on my agenda since I've been there. 60% of the kids in West Virginia at this point are reading below level. That's simply unacceptable. To relate that back to our math curriculum that's taking place now, there was a coach hired, not at our budget before anyone jumps on me. That was a grant that was written simply stating to give those of you that are listening, we've got a coach to coach our teachers, and that has been very successful. I don't think anyone can deny the fact that that's been a success. You know, as far as how we can expand that into reading, I think it's a collaboration to move both math and certainly science, to tie those two things together as to how they correlate, and to move on into, as far as the reading, perhaps what we are looking at now is trying to find a way to perhaps get a reading coach, if you will, to help with our teachers. We've got people in the county that are capable of doing that. I agree, we simply need to make it a priority, and I think that's one of the very corners of an education, one that I wish I had mastered better, but reading is at the very top of the list as far as the board currently is speaking, as far as improving the academics in our school system. So I'd just like to take the hats off to the math teachers and the math coach and the kids that have made that possible. I have seen it. I've seen the robotics classes. We've opened up new classes at the high school that have been very successful, and I think we just need to learn from that and go ahead and expose our teachers and give them the opportunity to grow as well as the children, and we can use the math as a model for that.
Thank you. Mr. Alderman.
Well, one of the things that we can do is to support our libraries better. Mr. Walker, I understand the board has recently decided to expand the Hillsborough School, and I think if we will really support our libraries like we should, I see them. When I'm down at Marlton, the clinics, I see kids coming in there, and they're getting a lot of good material from that. My children were readers, good readers, and they love their library, and I think that's important.
Okay, Mr. Gibson.
Yes, sir. I really, it starts at home. We have to figure out a way to get little Johnny's dad motivated to read at home with little Johnny at home. That's plain and simple. We have to get the parents involved. Now, our teachers do a great job when they're in school, and they're second to none. Our staff, hands down, are second to none. We have the greatest staff in the nation, I think. Where we're the missing ingredient in our school system is our parents. Now, we have some great parents and some awesome families, but for the most part, when the kid comes home, you get your homework, and they'll say, and the junior will say, yeah, and he says, okay, do your homework, and that's it. We don't have the parent involvement like we need to have. We really have to figure out a way to get the parents involved, and when we get the parents involved, you're going to see our math scores will do even better, our science will go up, reading skills will skyrocket, and the whole prism of education will be better. We got to get the parents involved more.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Jordan?
Well, I believe we need to consider very much getting someone as a reading interventionist to help work with the language arts classes, and especially in the younger grades, to get them on the right road. I feel we've got a real problem with the students that are right now at the high school. I'm informed that many of our students cannot fill out a job application after they graduate from high school. And I think we need to work from the bottom up. I've seen this in the math program, and my son has informed me that many times that Miss BK would come to the Marlton Middle School when he was there, and he would have questions that his teacher could not answer. We got to get someone that's up to date, up to the present time, and also someone that's very skilled in computer skills. But we've got to get our students where they can absolutely grasp normal procedures just for applying for a job application, going for DMV for their driver's license. They have to take a license or a test for the vocational program in Charleston. We need to have them where they understand what's going on, what the meaning of words is. And this needs to start at the elementary level all the way up. We don't need to stuff the amount of work our children do so large they're not. We need to make it where they're understanding and enjoying what they're doing. And it starts, like I say, at elementary level, and it needs to go all the way to our high school level. Thank you.